Hi, Aries Virgo 88. I appreciate you coming in. I'm a little bit early, a minute or two early, but and that's okay. Thank you for coming. What do we have here? You can't even see my friend there. I got a friend. I'm doing good, Aries. I'm doing good. Got a lot coming up. That's kind of what I wanted to talk about. Really looking forward to see a live stream with my friend the Sock Monkey tomorrow, and Jeff Calvin the Boston Terrierist is going to be our no audio. Oh no, not again. I have to start over. Going to another one. Dang. No audio. I can't change the audio. Oh, Aries Virgo can hear me. Okay. I'm glad I stayed long enough to see that, Aries. Sock Monkey, your volume. It's you. Your volume. Uh, no. Siri, send a message to Carrie Needham. I think it's on your end. Check your equipment. Aries Virgo says she can hear me fine. Loud enough and clear. Is loud enough? Does that mean it could be louder? Because I have a volume control on my microphone up here. Is that I turned it up slightly? Is that a little better? Okay. So it scared me when you said no audio. I'm like, oh no, not again, because I tested that to make sure I had it right this time, so I didn't have the problems I did before. Hi, Tyler. Nice to see you. Oh, no worries, Sock Monkey. It's all good. I understand how those things happen. I am as technically challenged as you at times. You know, we get into this stuff and we study on it and we read about it and we get it figured out and we use it. I think we're really pretty good at technology for a couple of old geezers, right? But from time to time, we have our difficulties. I think everybody does. Even the young ones, the kids that are just grew up with this stuff, they struggle with it sometimes too. I got a lot going on. That's what I was telling Aries Virgo, and I'm not going to delay this and wait till a bunch of people get in. But there is one main thing that I want to show, and I'm going to wait till we get a little more into it to see if maybe some more folks come, because it's pretty cool, and I would like for as many people to see it as possible. And I know it's, and I'll explain all that, but there's I need to get it sent off to who it's a gift and it's intended for someone, and I need to get it sent. So I said, you know what, I wanted to show this thing. I just love that. Robert Pops Gramps Springs, a guy with multiple, if somebody has multiple nicknames that people have tagged him with, that's a good dude. He's got to be popular. So I don't know whether sometimes I call him Pops and sometimes I call him Gramps. I don't know. I got to come up with something, my own twist on Papa Gramps or whatever. I don't know. But I appreciate you, Pops, for coming in. You're always welcome. Always cool to have around. Great contributor and supporter to a lot of the channels in these communities. I see a lot of y'all in different places. The live streams are fun, aren't they? And not that any is better or worse or not, but they're different, right? You get a different feel. Calvin the Boston Terrierist, Jeff, there's kind of he has a mannerism and the kind of things he does or whatever. It's like watching TV shows or sitcoms or what have you. You enjoy them both, but they're very different. Laverne and Shirley was different than Welcome Back, Kotter. Showing my age, right? Speaking of old sitcoms, I remember, what was it? It was back to back. When I was a kid, you had to watch the Partridge Family was back to back with something, and I can't remember what that other one was. Well, Anyway, so I want to introduce you to my friend here, my new friend. And he was kind of inspired by A Surfer, our friend A Surfer, who's been taking a break, right? He's been doing a little bit of stuff, but he used to be on YouTube a lot and a lot of live streams and stuff. His live streams were really fun. And Chris, Aries World, his live streams are so upbeat and positive, and so many people are in there having fun. It's just good stuff. But anyway, A Surfer has his parrot, Polly. What is the name of that ducky? Well, actually, this is a chicken, but he may be from his new name, Aries Virgo. You may have just given him a nickname, a ducky. Maybe this is a chicken that identifies as a duck, right? Ducky, but maybe he needs another part to that. The confused ducky or ducky wucky. I don't know. We'll see. So let me see what he does. He mimics. You remember, like, do you ever have a sibling, your brother or sister or a friend, and everything?
Do you ever have a sibling, your brother or sister or a friend?
And everything you said, they repeated it.
And everything you said, they repeated it.
That could be so irritating.
That could be so irritating.
And you'd be like,
you
shut up.
Shut up.
No, you shut up.
No, you shut up.
No, you shut up.
You shut up.
You shut up.
Shut up.
You're making me mad.
You're making me mad.
Say hi, everybody.
Say hi, everybody.
Hi, everybody.
Everybody.
I'm Ducky, the chicken.
I'm Ducky, the chicken.
I love it. Okay, he'll be back. This will be a regular guest on the program. Ducky, the fabulous chicken. We'll see. Yeah, we'll leave him in view. He's cool to have around. And you know what I want to talk about? I don't know if any of y'all have. I looked at the comments. Todd saw you can call me Robert, Pops, or Gramps, but don't call me late for supper. I get it, especially if we're having biscuits, right? There's a guy. I don't even remember his name now. He's kind of a Cajun guy, and he cooks in a very, I hate to say crude, but old style. Is not a modern chrome and all the fancy stuff kitchen. And he makes these, he calls them these, I don't know if I can say it, these MFing biscuits. He's always talking about these MFing biscuits. These are good biscuits. That guy is funny. Can you kill the light behind your head? I can. Behind my head. It's got a foot pedal on it. I just popped the foot pedal and it turns off. And there you go. How's that? Better? All right. Thank you for that. I'm a production engineer. Just gave me a shout out to make an improvement on the live stream during the stream. Now you don't have to squint. Somebody should have said something. Audio okay? Good. Or we already did audio check. That was great. Where was I? Okay. Oh, well, I don't remember where I was. I was distracted. I want to show you something. Well, I said this before. I think 2 or 3 more people may have come in since I mentioned it. There's the feature thing that I want to show and talk about. I'm going to give it a few minutes and see if a couple more people see that I got a live stream going, because it was on very short notice, right? Because I want as many people to see this as possible. It's pretty cool before I send it off to the person I'm gifting it to. But something else I came across, I see some videos. I've been seeing them, and the YouTubers are talking about thrifting. They love to thrift. And I didn't know it, but I'm a thrifter too. We have a Lone Star Sunfish is here. Hi, Lone Star Sunfish. Welcome in. You're new to me, but I'm always glad to meet new people, especially nice, cool people. And Yeah, I'm glad you're here. And as this unfolds, you'll kind of understand what kind of live stream this is and what we're talking about. I'm going to get to some things that are kind of the main focus of this in a minute, but I'm giving people and other people an opportunity to come in. Hi, Chris, Nature Dog Realms, Chris, and I thank you for coming in. Um, I'm always glad to see you. The another Chris, Aries World, came in early on before I even started and let me know that he had to go to a teacher conference or something. He has something to do. He's going to be busy till about 6:30. I wish he could be here, but he can watch the replay because the main thing, the feature item I want to show and talk about, it concerns him. And I think Sock Monkey knows what I'm talking about. But hi, and there, I'm so glad he's here. Stephen A. Young is here, and Stephen A. Young and I collect different things. Actually, I have something here for you that was going to show, Stephen. So Stephen A. Young is his channel is Miniature Mustangs, and he collects Hot Wheels cars and vinyl records and other things. But those are his two main things. And the passion that we share is music, particularly music on vinyl. And I see Stephen a lot at Collectco when I'm there looking for albums. Saw him last night. Stephen, he picked up some pretty cool stuff last night too. And yeah, he's a good dude. He's a good dude. And he knows the feature thing that I'm going to show that I've been talking about is thank you, Chris. Thank you very much. And for the doggies. Okay, that's what you helped me remember what I was about to talk about. Uh, hold on just a second. So, Lone Star Sunfish just mentioned Extreme Raceway Park in Ferris, Texas. And that's where I went early a few months ago with Billy Mulder and videoed his racing in the nostalgia class in E2. And that's where we were at Extreme Raceway Park. I think I can feel confident right now. Lone Star Sunfish, I'm going to add you as a moderator. You got a blue jacket. We need to visit about racing and about racing in Texas. And I don't know, you might want to visit with Miniature Mustangs about Hot Wheels cars or go to his channel and check it out. He's got some cool stuff. And man, I got about three things I'm kind of juggling here that I started talking about this. And I'll get on with this right quick. We've got enough in here that I can move on and even get to the feature thing. Yep, he's got a bunch of those Beatles 45s, doesn't he? So Collectco, they buy collections, big collections, some of them, and they come across a lot of really cool stuff. And right now he's slinging a whole bunch of Chad Williams at Collectco. He's got a bunch of Beatles 45s, which is pretty cool. And 45s were a thing back in the day. I can't believe it that you get one song on each side. But they had the deal. You could stack 8 or 10 of them up there with that automatic changer, right? Keep dropping those 45s and then flip the whole stack. That was the good old days. Okay, so anyway, right quick, because now there's enough folks here I can get on and talk about the main thing I wanted to talk about. But since I have started, I have realized because we have, God, what's it called? Well, we have Higgins Branch here, which is where people can go donate things. What am I thinking about? Goodwill. So I went to Goodwill a couple of days ago, 3 days ago, and I bought this. They were cheap. They had a whole stack of them, and and it's an emergency light. You know, you never know. You might need a light. I've got a bunch of flashlights, little flashlights. And these days, if you put the lithium ion batteries in them, man, it lasts forever. There's 2 on my shelf up there. I probably got 14 flashlights in my house. I'm a flashlight guy. When I need a light, I want it to be handy, not having to go look for that 1 or 2 flashlights in the house. Anyway, the reason I bought this is I bought it to make a YouTube video. It's going to be content. And it has a built-in solar panel charger, and it says it'll charge on its own in about 24 hours, and we're going to test that. But it was cheap. I guess they had a whole bunch of them. They're trying to get rid of them, or Maybe they're just trying to help people out. It's a dual charging handheld emergency light from the American Red Cross. And if you watch my channel, you'll be seeing this again. It might be fun. We'll see how well it works. I'll do a product review on it, right? So let's get down to a little more business. Since Miniature Mustangs is here, and apparently there's a couple other people that are really into Hot Wheels cars. I got a big race tonight. Opened a cold brew just before I started this. It's mighty tasty. And Stephen, you can be honest. You don't have to be like, oh yeah, that's cool. If it's really not, if it's run of the mill and it's not even worth sending to you, let me know. Or if it's pretty cool. So I'm going to set this up by saying Stephen, Miniature Mustangs, he not only collects Hot Wheel cars, he modifies them, he customizes them, even from, and he just does a lot of stuff. I'll show you an example right quick. He sent this to me a while back. I'm a big Dallas Cowboys fan. So this is probably the best news or best thing that's happened to the Dallas Cowboys this year. They're not having a good year. It's not wanting to focus. There we go. Is that cool or what? So if you're not into racing, I'll tell you, this is what is known as a gasser. Back in the 50s and 60s, this was a very popular or common look for a car. It had to do with weight distribution and launching off the starting line. Don't need to get into that, but that, trust me, that is a very cool custom modified die-cast car right there. I love that. I'm very proud to have that. He also makes Batmobiles into other, what do you call it? Iconic things. Like he has a Ghostbusters Batmobile, right? And Back to the Future Batmobile. There's a lot of creativity involved there and a lot of skill. But anyway, I got this for you, Stephen. It's a Batmobile, and I know that these are readily available. You can buy these a lot of places. The reason I snagged this for you is that right there, that it's a first edition. I guess it's that's what it says. 2007 first edition. So that's 18 years ago. And you know all about Hot Wheels and I don't. So you can tell me exactly what we're looking at here. And if this is a dime a dozen or if it's pretty cool and you'd be glad to have it, whatever. But I got that for the guy that came in there, Miniature Mustangs. He says he always needs Batmobiles. All right. Well, that's good to know. I'll be sure and get it to you, my friend. Okay. So what else? The contest. I wanted to talk about the contest I did right quick. Yesterday, I made a video where I took my daughter's 2 dogs to the park, and they flip-flop back and forth. Who's on the left and who's on the right all the time. It's not a problem. I just flip the leashes. They're just excited to be out in the woods and getting to go walking in the park and all that. So I had been planning on having another contest. I had one a few weeks ago. South Texan Jerry won it. And I thought this was just to have some fun, right? And there would be a prize, a $50 prize drawing to the first 10 people that could say the number of times these dogs got on the different sides that they did a crossover from left to right to left. And I was shocked that people are really struggling with that they say they can't keep count. They can't figure it out how to do it. It's just, the last time I looked, nobody's even come close to the right amount. And for me, it was pretty easy to come up with the right answer. So I'm going to divulge what I think is the secret, the easy way to do that. If anybody wants to double back and have a chance to win $50. The way it works, the first 10 people that answer, and I'm going to expand it. I'm announcing that now. Instead of the exact number that I came up with, I'm going to say 3 on each side. I can't give you those numbers or you would know there's a cushion of 3 less than what I came up with or 3 more. Anything in that window will be qualified. The first 10 that are in that window will go into the drawing. Okay. And here's what I think the secret is. early on, I say, okay, they've crossed over twice. So we're at 2, and I'm not going to count any more out loud. It's up to you to keep track. And at that time, I believe Bella is on the left, and she has a big orange harness strap. And Indy has a little skinny leash tether. It's easy to see the big orange thing. You don't have to even know which dog is which. They're both black and tan dogs. Follow the orange harness. And so when it's on the right, you're going to be 3 right. When it's on the left again, 4 left, 5 right, 6 left. Follow it through and you'll have the answer. That's how I think is the way to do it. So what is going on here? Is somebody, okay, I got you. I thought maybe somebody was messing with you, Aries, and I was going to put a stop to that. But I see that you're just trying to help out, and that's wonderful. Thank you so much. At least I hope that's what's happening here. Very good. Thank you so much. Okay, so now that's enough about the content. We'll see how that goes. I almost shut it down because I thought it would be easy, and by this morning or early this afternoon, there would be 10 people with the right answer. Not the case. I guess I made it harder than it needed to be. So moving right along. And I don't want this to be a long live stream. I'm going to go ahead and show now what the main reason I needed to do this today. And I've already told, let's see, where is it? Here we go. A lot of y'all, I really don't feel comfortable saying the person, they're you're going to know. It doesn't matter. So this is about Ava, Chris's daughter. And I think most of y'all know who that is. And you go to Aries. Oh, there he is. He was able to come in. No, I'm sorry. Different Aries world. Chris came in early and said he had to go to a teacher conference. So I don't think he's going to be able to be back here till like 6:30. This will long be over. But I told him when we had the YouTuber meetup in San Antonio, I told him about this. He's very well aware of it. I hadn't received it at that time, but this is what it is. It's what we're talking about. Recently, you may be aware, he talked about it, but he didn't show. I became aware that Ava is a big Taylor Swift fan. And it just and that, she's had all the medical issues, and it's just for a young girl. Something similar happened to my daughter when she was very young. Actually, both of my daughters had some pretty scary medical conditions or things that as a parent, you worry about. So I kind of know what that family's going through and what he's going through. And I just wanted to give Ava something to smile about. So they had the new Taylor Swift album. And he had talked about before about she had gotten this record player and she really loved playing the vinyl. And he mentioned it to me because of my love of vinyl records. And he thought it was cool that Ava loved vinyl too. And he wanted to share that with me. So putting all that together, I sent her I had drop shipped to her the new Taylor Swift album, which had record setting sales and all that stuff. Well, you might know that Ava's very camera shy. She doesn't want to be on YouTube or the live streams or anything like that. But she did let Chris make a video of her opening the album that I sent, and send it to me, and she loved it. And the mission was accomplished. It did put a big smile on her face, and she for sure forgot about her problems for a while. So probably after he sent me that video, it was probably less than a week. I'm at Collectico, and Miniature Mustangs. Stephen A. Young may well have been there too. And this came up, and it was for auction. And I bought it because immediately in my head, it popped in. I thought, you know what? If just a plain, brand new, unopened new LP, Taylor Swift, makes Ava happy, this is going to really, really, really make her happy. And I got West Country Mudlarks, a couple of people I adore that I need to add as a moderator. And that's a done deal. So here's what makes this cool. Oops. Don't damage it, Todd. It is autographed. Okay, Taylor Swift autographed that. And let's talk about autographs. Can you read? Oh, I'm sorry. Can you read Taylor Swift? If you saw that and you didn't know what Taylor Swift autograph looked like, could you decipher that? I think I've read stories about a lot of famous people that happens, when they start out and they're not that famous, just kind of getting that way. They write their name out like most of us do and our signature. And you're in elementary and you're practicing your signature, try to make it cool or pretty or whatever. And, you have a signature. Can you imagine after you've signed, as you get more and more famous, and you sign a few hundred and then a few thousand and then a lot of autographs, it becomes more like, but anyway, how do I know that's a real autograph? And I guess probably Barry can attest to this. I know he could because of the collecting that he does. And looky there. Aries World is here. That is cool. I'm so glad that you could make it in for a little bit, Chris. And this is headed your way. And I felt comfortable doing this because I know Ava doesn't watch my channel. She's not going to watch the replay. And even if she did, she would be surprised. I mean, she's getting it either way. And I want to let y'all know, I did talk to Chris while we were in San Antonio. My concern about Hadley, for Ava to get something like this and Hadley not, maybe save this for Christmas where they're both getting something. I didn't want Hadley to feel bad. And I was so glad to hear, he said, that's not a problem. The relationship, and I'm not quoting him verbatim. I'm telling my interpretation of what he said. He said, it's all the time that one of them gets to do something and the other one is not a part of that, and vice versa, or gets something cool and the other one doesn't. And they're so supportive of each other and loving of each other, the two sisters. They have no problem with that and no, envy. So he didn't see that as a problem at all. So that made me a lot more comfortable with doing this. And I do want to say, and Stephen A. Young is aware of this, he saw it go down. I had mentioned, without names, kind of why I was buying this at Collectico. And I had asked Chad, the owner, if he could, Mike could help out, because JSA, that's where I was going. I'll get back to this in a second. It's not cheap, right? And he did. He pitched in and helped out. And that's cool. I got a 33% discount on this autographed Taylor Swift thing. So where I was going with this, how do we know that this is her autograph, is this right here. And I was saying that Barry and Miniature Mustangs could probably attest to it. JSA is if JSA, they're a big company, huge as far as certifying, authenticating autographs and other memorabilia, high-end stuff. And their entire reputation is based on getting it right. If they weren't good at what they do and highly accurate and knew what the real thing was and what wasn't, they'd be out of business pretty quick. So you can really count on, if you have this right here needs to stay with this from now on. Don't separate them and don't let it get damaged. This is very important, or it would, to me, it would be if I had, and I'm not a Taylor Swift, I'm not a Swiftie, but Ava is, and I wanted to get that for her, and I think she's going to like it. And Chris he will not be showing her getting this on his channel, and I understand that. That's cool. It just makes me feel good to know it will take some of the worry out of her heart and make her smile for a little while. Worthwhile. And Chris, I'll probably get this out to you. And I got a lot coming up. It might be next week before I get it mailed. Maybe I can tomorrow. We'll see. Yeah, tomorrow I can. That's right. I will get this sent off tomorrow. We got time tomorrow before the live streams. Speaking of live streams, I should promote some live streams, I guess. Tomorrow, the first one coming up. Tomorrow, the Sock Monkeys regularly scheduled live stream, and he can confirm, I guess that's back to the regular time of 5 p.m. on Friday on the K and Mac project. We're going to do his regular Friday live stream, but Calvin, the Boston Terrierist, who I think is here, Jeff, is going to be our guest remotely. and we're only a little over an hour away. We're really close. So he'll be finished up with work by the end. So Saturday we're going over there and hang out with Jeff, and they're going to play golf. And I can't play golf. I didn't play golf for 10 years, so I'm really not ready to try to. I might whack a ball or two while we're out there, but we're going to live stream from the golf course, and that'll be on my channel Saturday at 10:30 a.m. Central Time. So we got those 2 live streams coming up. And so I talked about the one contest I have that's up, and what I think is the key to coming up with the right answer. So I want to talk about another one that's coming up, and I'm open to ideas that are better ideas than what I came up with about dogs flipping back and forth. But I need to change my attire for this one. There we go. And I bought this a long time ago. I think this is going to be the next. This is my cousin Eddie hat from Halloween. So I need to get in the Christmas vacation mode, right? To show you this. That is a Chevy Chase autographed photo, and it is authenticated by who else? JSA. It is a certification from JSA, and I think that's going to be the prize. And I was kind of iffy on that because a lot of the young people have the kids down the road. There's like 5 teenagers down the road that were, when I took off to go to the Sock Monkeys on my e-bike, and I stopped, and I was in full regalia and my cousin Eddie bathrobe with this hat and black shoes with black socks, the whole 9 yards. And I asked him, "You have any idea who I am?" He looked at me and he said, "You're that dude that lives in that house down there on the end." I'm like, "No, my character, my Halloween costume. What am I?" Nope. Nobody had a clue. But anyway, I'm thinking about it, and I got to come up with a cool idea for a contest. And why? Because, well, it's early November, so I'll probably do this. I'm not doing a contest every week or nothing like that. Every few weeks. So in early December, I think I'm going to have some kind of contest, and this will be the prize. And for us older people, that'd be pretty cool, to put on your display thing or whatever. So if you want to win a Chevy Chase thing, be sure and look out for my contest. Okay, 33 minutes. The main thing I wanted to do was talk about this before I needed to send it. I needed to get it sent off. So this is not intended to be a long live stream, and it was very short notice. I appreciate all of y'all for coming in. I really don't have anything else going on. I've got boxes of albums back here that I will tell you, in previous live streams, I've done opening up boxes from Collectco and just showing the albums. I'm going to change kind of the format of doing that, because a lot of these albums, I Google search them and I pull up the history, and there's so much interesting history in classic rock and classic country about those artists, about those bands, about some of the stories about how that particular album came together. And I guess a good example would be the Queen movie, when they went out and made the Bohemian Rhapsody LP, that they isolated themselves out on that farm and all this stuff. That fascinates me, stories like that, where there's tons of that. So I'm not going to do like a blind opening of these albums and just say, "Oh, this is so-and-so, and look at these songs on this album." I'm going to go ahead and open them and get me a notepad and make some notes about, and then when I show us, "Hey, this is my last shipment, and here's the records, and here's the cool things about these records." I have found some things I had forgotten all about. Today, I opened a box of records. I'll show you something. Be right back. Didn't even know I had this. And I do not know why I'm showing you this, because there's only one other person here that will truly understand what this is. But this is my third Laura sticker, and it was stuck to a Pink Floyd album that I bought. And this is when he sells a crate of records, it's unknown who will get the Laura sticker. She's a lady that works at Collectco, and she's apparently an artist. And this, there's a second page on this one. It's a Laboo bucket. I don't know what that means, Laboo bucket, but this anyway. I forgot or didn't even know that I had gotten another Laura. They're highly desirable. Let me ask you, hey, Stephen A. Young. Oh, you don't have a Laura sticker? That surprises me. But yeah, as many albums as you've bought, are you prone to buying albums out of that type of a bin? It's usually what is it, Stephen? A buy it now, best offer, or half price, or I can't remember what type of bin they put the Laura stickers in. It's like once a night, or sometimes there's not even one on different nights. But people really want them, and I'm glad to have them. I have 3 of them now that I've collected. And it's pretty cool when you find out not only did you buy the album, but you're not big into the Laura. The different people that go through, price, clean, and set up a crate of records at Collectco, they have different tastes in music. There's kind of a different vibe with different ones of them. So I think I'm going to end this, folks. I have, if y'all know me, I love dirt racing, and at the dirt track of Charlotte, there's the World Finals are going on right now. Pretty big time race and pretty interesting to me, and it's going on right now. I've got it on my other monitor, kind of glancing over there from now and then. But my guy Tyler Erb, he'll be racing tonight and tomorrow night and Saturday night. And I might miss some of it, but I'll catch all that I can. And Sock Monkey is dropping links. And we'll make sure, see right here if I thank you very much, Chris, for that. I was so worried this hat wouldn't fit. Nature Dog Realms, Chris loves my hat. And I don't know, I like having fun, right? This was pretty cool. And I was worried it wouldn't fit because it's Amazon Halloween costume fits perfectly, like it was made for me as far as hat size. Thank y'all. Thank you for coming. I love y'all, and treat other people the way you want to be treated. Like somebody, the artist told me the other day, he finished that phrase for me, and he said, because Jesus told us so. It's true. Y'all have a great evening. Thank you for coming. Okay. End stream. Bye-bye.